In order for Gazans to change their way of thinking about Israel, their education must change.
Exactly.
And as long as the education is aligned with the terrorist organization Hamas principles, then you won't see a change. Now, if you ask any IDF soldier who went and cleared houses in Gaza, when I say cleared is because a lot of them has bombs, ammunitions inside, even children's bedroom, and every house, every room, you have the full map of Israel, and they claim it's Palestine from the river to the sea. So they don't see Israel as part of the future of the region. That's why, as long as the education is like this, we will never see a change. That's why the majority of Gazans celebrated on the 7th of October. That's why the majority of Gazans wanted the 7th of October to happen. But there is hope, and hope comes from two directions. The first direction is today more and more Gazans speaking out loud against Hamas and against what they did on the 7th of October. Not because they love Israel, not because they're suddenly Zionists.
Of course.
No, but because they saw how Hamas abandoned the Gazan people and only care about Hamas and their leaders. So I've seen tons of videos, hundreds and thousands of videos from Gaza, Palestinians blaming Hamas for the continuance of this war. So while we have some Israelis and of course some of the Western people talking and attacking Israel, you have Palestinians in Gaza attacking Hamas and speaking about Hamas. So if the IDF continues to strike Hamas and send a clear message, there is no future for Hamas in Gaza, we will start seeing more Gazans speaking out loud against Hamas. And then the second part is which actually what you said about forcing a new education in Gaza. And if those two things happens, maybe we can see a better future, but this is a very
well, it would be good if the UN stopped funding
a
poisonous, that the UN is funding in Judea and Samaria, the West Bank is funding the same curriculum that the kids in Gaza were ingesting is the same curriculum in the Palestinian Authority. And let me tell you, the same curriculum in East Jerusalem until thankfully recently we managed to kick UNRWA out of the city.